Hello, my name is Chris, and I want to show you my Music 158A final project. It's essentially sort of like a drum beat synthesizer. Let me show you an example of something online that I sort of got inspiration from. This one, I don't know how I found it, but at some point this semester I came across this thing, and I'm going to hit keys on my keyboard, and it's going to make noises. Watch this. I'm going to hit QWERTY in that order. So like all like hearty, drum noises. If I were to chain things together, let's try to do something sort of musical. Okay, yeah, not bad. So that was me like manually hitting all of those. So essentially, I have to maintain that tempo myself. And if I happen to slip up and like have a seizure or something, then a lot of things are gonna go kind of wild there. So I guess this is where my project comes in. Let's open up my project. I'm gonna open up my project from scratch. Just open it up, and all the load bangs should happen so that everything works out of the box. Also, it'd probably be a good thing to show you my sound files so that we can see where everything's coming from. You can see all these AF files. I just recorded myself saying a bunch of strange noises. Let's just go ahead and listen to them. And these are all made with my voice. Ah! So that's sort of like, it could potentially be like kick drum. And this one's from the 808 file, so I guess I was a liar. Hey. Hey. That one's also from the 808, and that's also from the 808. Soup. And that's me saying soup. All right, so we look at our patch here, and the first thing we see a bunch of load bangs. Okay, so otherwise, if we didn't have these load bangs, I'd have to manually drag and drop, the sound files that I want into these slots, which makes it customizable, but maybe sometimes we just want something that works out of the box so we can quickly play with it and our user doesn't close it within 10 seconds of opening it. So we skim through, looks like there's some volume stuff going on and some track recording, replaying. Let's not talk about recording and replaying right now. Let's just see what we can do by hitting buttons. So instructions say start the window, optional adjust the BPM. Okay, optional means I'm not going to do it. Optional drag sound files. Okay, not going to do it. And I can just press and hold corresponding keys to hear at half normal and double tempos and adjust volumes. Okay, so I just start with the window and start hitting keys. Let's do it. So I hit the window and let's press and hold Z. Okay, cool. So it's a humble kind of kick drum sound. Let's press and hold M.
Soup, soup, soup.
Oh, so that's
soup,
me saying soup. Okay.
Soup.
Let's see if we can chain these together. So the way that this project works is the bottom row is the constant tempo. And the second row, so above Z is A. If I hold A, it's gonna it's gonna play it at twice the rate. So listen to this. Oh, okay. And then Q doubles that even again, so it's gonna be 4 times the original. Okay, cool. So I guess the whole concept of this is so that you can hold stuff and play drum stuff at whatever tempo you want. So let's see what we can put together. Alright, so that's me saying dong. Wait a minute. So I'm trying to press Z, B, and S at the same time, but something about my keyboard doesn't allow me to press all 3 buttons at the same time. So, maybe I don't want to use that many fingers or something. So it'd be pretty handy if I could record Z and B happening and then replay that, and while that's playing, I replay something on top of that. And so that's the whole concept of this down here, this track recording and replaying. So let's go ahead and record the Z and B. So that's the boots and the dong in the chicken voice constantly being played. So let's go ahead and start recording. So I just press and hold it, and let's push start recording. It's very easy for me. I press and hold something, and look down here, there's a progress bar. Once it reaches 1, that means you're done. Apparently you used up 10 seconds at that point. So let's just keep going. Alright, so it says 1. This means we're good to go. So I'm going to hit stop recording, and let's go ahead and play the recording. Now, it looks like everything records to a default buffer, so let's go ahead and play the default buffer and hope that it makes some noise. Okay, cool. So that is the chicken noise, plus the kick drum. Well, not the kick drum, but me saying boots, kind of. Let's see if we can play something on top of that. So let's just go ahead and start, and then I'll try to put S on top of it. Okay, cool. So there's some stuff going on. Now let's try to make this a little bit more complicated. I'll try it again, and I'll try incorporating, I don't know, soup or something. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so I can overlay things. Well, now suppose that I enjoyed the Z and the B being held. This thing that was fine. It was kind of cute. I don't want to throw it away, but I want to record to a different track layer so that I can potentially try some completely other new thing just on the side. But I don't want to throw away the default buffer. Then what we can do is we can say, okay, we'll set both to buffer 2, and we can just record to buffer 2, and buffer 1's. The default buffer is just going to stay intact. So on this one, let's go ahead and try to use something. Let's use more boots and cats, but sort of rhythmic. How about that? That's pretty simple. So it's going to be a ding hey, ding hey. All right, let's go.
Soup, soup,
Oops.
soup, 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 soup.
Okay, so I missed. Actually, it was the hey was on N. I hit M. I messed up. I just had to go with it because we're doing a live performance here. And you'll notice that
Soup, soup.
the soup was actually slightly misaligned with the beat. That's not at a fault because of the music here. It's because the person recording it, which was me, the sound of soup, the volume really comes in on the oop part, so this doesn't really come in.
Soup, soup, soup.
So
soup,
when
soup,
you align it
soup,
with something
soup,
where the attack
soup,
of the sound
soup,
is
soup,
early on,
soup.
then it doesn't really line up. So that's my fault. We just aren't really playing with good files here. But I guess you could adjust it as you please. You could put in different files. You could put it back into some other kind of sound editing thing, and then clip it and then put it back in, so you can have the oop right on the attack.
Soup.
But anyways, so that was buffer 2. Let's go ahead and ask this patch to replay back to us. So can you replay that back to us?
Ding. Soup. Ding. Soup.
Yep, and you can hear
Soup.
the ding and then the
Soup.
off
Soup.
rhythm soup.
Soup.
Sorry about that.
Soup.
But that's okay.
Soup.
All right, let's see if we can put some, I don't know, let's put some dois and dongs. So those are T and E columns. All right, let's try it.
Soup. 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 Soup.
Oh, we can see here we got this chicken noise. That's not bad. Let's see if we go even faster. Do we get something interesting? Okay, yeah, I don't know. So these are all very strange sounds to work with, so we get a strange output. But that's basically, my project. You can play things, and then you can remember your previous things. So there's the default buffer. We have buffer 3 ready to go. It seems like 3 buffers is good. We don't want to clutter the interface too much. If they want more, they can just just copy paste like these things. You can see these stray blocks over here, not really helping anything. But that gives you an example of what to do. So yeah, that's the main part of my project, and hopefully it's not as aesthetically pleasing as this wonderful thing with the Transformers guy at the top, but it does give you a consistent tempo, and you can drag and drop any sounds you want in here, and you can overlay tracks with each other, and you can record it. So I guess that's the main meat of my project. Oh, I didn't show that you can modulate the amplitude here and make things louder, quieter as you please, so that your soup. There we go. So my my little sound is a little louder, but it doesn't. It's up to you. So I guess that was my project, and thanks for watching.